2, 1, пуск. Окей. Так, и здесь сейчас. Ну что ж, приветствую вас, мои дорогие и уважаемые зрители, все, кто будет меня смотреть потом в эфире, и зрители, которые смотрят меня сейчас онлайн. С вами всегда я, Серж Влади. Hello to everybody, here is Serge Vladi, and today our topic is Behind the Sun, or Team 731, 731 team. As you know, yeah, it's Japan. Why Japanese people did not pay contributes, or also Italian peoples. Italy did not pay contribute after the Second World War. I'm very curious about this topic. Why I'm just start to talk about it, because it's actually really interesting things. Because Germany, Nazi Germany, after the Second World War, they paid everything. They paid contributes to my grandma, for example, to another peoples. But I don't know if you hear me well or not. But Japan and Italy, they even did not try to say sorry. They did not feel guilty, but they have many privilege. They have privilege, most of the biggest privilege, because they can traveling all around the world. So I think it's not justice. It's not fair, and that's why I wanna say this. That's why my stream is about this kind of topic. So if you would like, please write in here under this video, comment, hit like, subscribe, everything, push the bell, and share this video with your friends. Serge Vladi here, and we continue our topic. We continue our speech. Well, everybody around this world talking about freedom, democracy. Everybody talk about rock and roll, whatever. But not everybody knows it's very hard and difficult to keep real freedom as well. So I'm just curious, guys, what exactly are you thinking about freedom? What you thinking about all this stuff, all this shit, what's going on, what's happened now around the world, what now happened in Great Britain, in after the three girls was killed, and after the local people, the British people, make protests, like what is exactly, how it will be finished, and do you think they're right or they're wrong, or what? In my opinion, in my case, I think white peoples must be getting strong and protect themselves as well, and just because I think in this time too much privilege get black people, so colorful people, Asian peoples everywhere. Just you can see in Australia, everywhere just Asian peoples, everywhere they just come here for searching for job, and they make big competition, for us also in Europe, for Russia, for uh, another like Italy or Germany or France or everywhere. Like, we should not feel guiltiness at all. We should not be responsible of the what happened like 500 years ago, for example, in Europe, or what happened 600, or in medieval in the Middle East, like, because, but I know it's big responsibility from some European peoples, especially French peoples, or British peoples or Spanish peoples or Italian peoples, especially who send they like in the beginning. Let's if we remind the history how America as a continent was being founded, opened by Christopher Columbus or Amerigo Vespucci. Is like also big topic, big question: who is the first? Who was the first? But uh, uh, first of all, I want to say exactly like historically, yeah. If we check really history as well, and if we check, read very carefully history. But the biggest problem is because today now many peoples didn't read history. Many people, the level of the education become low, and especially the country like America, United States, or Europe Union, the peoples are usually very ignorant and really low educated. I don't know so much about Australia or Canada, but I can say like some people's really behave like really rude or arrogant in Australia, for example, But because it's one of the question, it's one of the answer of the questions because the education system is not good. And here also as well many non-professional peoples who works in the school, who works in the university, who works in kind of another educated centers and something like this. And whenever we start to talk with them dialogue, they never listened me. They try to disturb me. That never let me to say something, and they just always say it's showing how they're not educated. For them it's like who most loudly will be shout, who most loudly will be scream, or emotional things they will be listening and watching on TV, like CNN, a BBC, or another the propaganda TV from the world news mass media and stuff like that. The people who call themselves journalists, they're not journalists at all. They're totally not journalists. And if you expect so much freedom in the wild west country, in the west country, you will not be able to feel this freedom. I can tell you, they say, oh, in Russia no freedom, then there Putin everywhere, everything Putin control, he don't let you say anything. But guys, I'm going to ask you, are you really think or believe in your country you have freedom or democracy? Are you really feel free yourself? Are you really can say everything on TV or mass media or something like this? This topic, they even prefer to not talk, not dispute, not discuss in online or internet, because here really strict rules, very strict law. If you will be just complain or something say against government or something like this, you'll get fined or punished immediately or something like this. So I want to ask you that who are really uh, live in the free country, and who have really freedom, and who have really like regime of the North Korea, like sort of North Korea. I think, in my opinion, I can tell you many examples. When I live in Russia, when I live in St. Petersburg, I'm studying there in university, St. Petersburg State University. I uh, publish it many times, criticized, especially in social nets, social medias. I criticize Putin, I criticize Russian government, I criticized, and I did not feel nothing. Nobody tell me, nobody come to me, and nobody arrested me, nobody put me in jail, nobody give me fine, anything. I just feel free, sure. I just try to do it in safe ways. Try to do it in really in very kind of gentle way, official way. I mean, criticized by fact, criticized by you can criticize by fact, by law, by something really facts. If really the government did wrong, you have right as a citizen, as a journalist, as a just smart intelligent people who have a brain, who can analyze it everything, and you can criticize them by law. But if you just say, oh, fucking asshole, without like motivation why you should to uh, let down and abuse a president, or why you should let down and abuse prime minister or somebody politician from government or something like this. It must be also very clear. But the peoples, arrogant peoples, the dumb peoples or stupid peoples who just never read the books, never uh, can imagine even like how to behave in public space, in how to behave in common space when many peoples like in Italy, and people start to cleaning their nose or biting their nails or something like this, eating their nails. Like it's weird, and they mostly, arrogant and not educated people. They didn't read even ever, never ever read any kind of books. So what you have to talk about and what you have to know about them, just what you have to talk with this kind of sort of peoples, which is cannot be considered as a peoples at all. So I think it's a big problem now in the world, uh, because uh, peoples are become very arrogant, very wild, very kind of like behave like a cave or stone age peoples, who still live in paleolith or mesolith or somewhere else, before the dinosaurs era, or in the middle or near or after, this kind of sort of peoples who really need to, I don't know, government already a lot spend money for education, for educate them. Government spend a lot of energy and resource for give them some privilege and options, like study for free or study like with cheap price, like pay health, or like if too much people's in their family, then they can make discount, something like this. So but still, oh sorry, pardon, they still kind of want more and 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 more. Just it's really sometimes weird. I just try to also here systemize camera. I don't know if it was recording or not. Yeah, and yeah, so okay, so the camera really I think done here, and second part, we must to be really know, uh, uh, clarify something about relationship and communications with a woman, because I think, and I'm pretty sure, the women in the Western country, in the wild West, they sometimes behave too much and they don't respect men at all. And that's why many men from the wild West, from the wild country, they just come to the uh, ex-Soviet Union like Russia or Ukraine, which has become like Odessa and many another region has become as a international sex tour, and everybody knows this. Many people, many guys who were kind of went to the ex-Soviet Union. They looking for the girls, and they always telling me like when I ask her why you just did not find European girls or another Western girls, they told me they very honestly, like because our girls, the European or Western girls, they're very crazy, dumb, stupid, and ignorant, and etc. And yeah, I probably can say it's. I'm agree with this, and I'm pretty sure like uh, is- some of girls really are ignorant, but some of them really smart, especially many smart and beautiful and sexy uh, like girls in Russia, because most of them also they mix it, the same. Some part have mix from Asia, some part from Europe, some south part, some north part, and then they really, when they mix it blood, it's really kind of helpful for create a good DNA. But and then uh, I can say this is one of the reasons why in Russia many beautiful girls. Second reason, or maybe even its first reason, because uh, in Europe, as you know, in the medieval, it was during the Inquisition time, there was a lot of kind of issue about Inquisition. And Inquisition was very hard, and during that historical time in Europe during Inquisition, they kill a lot of beautiful girls. Is this camera already done? Just I can put here. Yeah. So and it was big kind of also big genocide uh, against European women, against European white women, first of all. And I just wonder why still now nobody talk about it, nobody at least say thinks, or nobody make some movie about it, some films, or we cannot see in the news like this kind of story, documentary film, and blah blah blah, etc. So they still kind of hiding these things. They still hiding these things. I mean, cover it or keep silence. Don't want to just make this uh, for media, for publicity. Explain this story, explain this situation, make situation more clear, make situation more convenient and free access. No, sure, probably if you go to library, you can find some books, and there will be just kind of simple explanation. Wrote it like, oh, blah blah blah. Yes, yes. In the medieval, there was many women was just born in as alive as a witch, But it's I think not enough to say just sorry. I think their family also was struggling probably, and I think from the church or from the government, they must really pay big amount of the contributes. The same things also I want to say in the beginning about Japan, about story history during the Second World War, when Japanese military make torture and torture camp as a German Nazi Germany, German Nazi, and kill a lot of people, tortures a lot of peoples from mostly from China or USSR, Russia, Ukraine, also from Ukraine, and also from Korea. Those time Korea was united, so uh, from China, Korea, Russia, ex-USSR, Ukraine, etc., etc. So why Japanese and Japan did not pay contributes to this people's family at least, right? It's like also again say only sorry it's not enough, and I think they really must to be blamed and punished. They must be get limit for traveling at least this country and those country which I call it, and they must to be responsible and feel guilty all their fucking life. They cannot just pretend like kawaii or whatever. This everywhere. It's just fucking bullshit. They must be feel guiltiness until now, all their generation by generation, about what they are did in during the Second World War, WW2, and they must be responsible until now because their kids and kids and kids, they must be responsible what they are grandparents grandfather did as a Germany, as a German Nazi. They're responsible for this, and the same things they must be responsible for kids and generation from Japan. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I want to say about this, and I'm very glad if you share my opinion. And please share this video and follow me in Instagram and here and everywhere, Facebook. And see you soon, guys. Bye bye.